Hello, this is FG back with you for Anbennar, continuing on with our Rosande campaign. Alright. Got our great power status back. Yeah, I don't care about Eleanor. We just finished our war with Marld, which resulted in us grabbing a good portion of their territory. Hope it still has some orcs in it. It does not. I suppose they've been purging the orcs. Which is unfortunate. Alright, now... I really like to get some knowledge sharing. Good, we killed a hag, did more conversion. Alright, let's go ahead and get this. Much of the land claimed by our brave knights in recent years are still utterly devoid of any civilization, harboring only marauding hosts of orcish warbands left behind by the Green Tide. To restore the proper order of things, and much hard work is needed, and who better to carry out this needful task than those who despoiled these tormented lands in the first place? The most courageous among our knights are regularly sent out to vanquish orcs still squatting in our domain, and those that do not fall beneath our blades are given the merciful chance to atone for their sins by restoring what was lost. We shall not rest until justice has been properly meted out. Alright, so we need... And... Where's that? Over here. Well, alright. Take that off now. Alright, there's Aryan. I'll stop flames on Newshire. I do not need anything right now. Alright. Let's see what this actually does. Noble fashion. If there is one thing indelibly associated with the nobility of our Linsonori homelands, Lincori homelands, it is that they are always at the forefront of fashion, pioneering and defining trends that will dominate the rest of Canor for decades afterwards. It is therefore a great source of shame for the nobles amongst our ranks, exiled as they are in these untamed lands, that we currently suffer from a distinct lack of weavers, tailors, and embroiderers to supply us with the finery they are accustomed to. This deplorable state of affairs simply cannot persist for much longer, and so we should focus our efforts on building up a domestic supply of fashionable clothing suited for their lofty ranks. Unlike many other tasks performed on our land, this delicate labor cannot be accomplished by the coarse hands of orcs. We must therefore entice skilled laborers from more civilized domains to start a new life in Rosande. Alright, so we lose that orcish workforce that we just got. Fun. Additionally, I should probably throw an advancement effort down there. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Alright. Eventually, I believe there was discussion of a formable base in Unised, which is kind of a meme type nation. Right. That was ugly. Alright, that was better. Okay. Need more infantry. Alright. Not managed to convert everyone. Indulgence of the Archdevils. Okay, I got one more year. Yeah. We'll Vernum somewhere down here, I believe. Yep, it is. Whatever. Good, all of those cores are done, which is excellent. Don't need that. Okay. New Shire is only allied with us. Get a new alliance somewhere else. No, Rogeria is not good. That won't happen, that won't happen. Yeah, there's just no good places to, any good, what are they called? Alliances. Elevate of the War Master. 2 military power. Infernal Toll. Yeah, hand you the manpower. Don't care. Okay. So what are we trying to work for on this? We need 15,000 manpower. And then development. Skill 2 trader for half off. That's good. Yeah, get that. Infernal. Okay. Do any of these have production buildings? I assume they do not. They do not. Okay, let's throw out in development here. Okay, so that's 6 development. And then Themin also needs development. And then we want alright, there's the Cornet Proclamation. That is not their capital, which really sucks. No. Tried the map before, it was alright. Birth of a new people. Let's embrace the culture shift. Alright, now we're all Rosande. If I really wanted to, I could start decreasing autonomy, but I just do not feel like it. How much would it cost? 900 ducats. Okay, I think I can do that. I can. Excellent. I'll take that. And then we can take that. We need to build 2 buildings right there. Okay, you can rival Newshire and no, let's go with Ibivar. Do not have any claims on them whatsoever. No claims on them, I do not. Claim right there. Claim on Newshire, which I can pursue a little bit. Alright. Stewards Hall. Okay. Development of 20. Yeah. That. Currently, the cavalry fraction needs to be 40%. Does that get us there? Yeah, that gets us there. Gold is a sign of nobility. Okay, maybe this last cavalry will do it. What is this? Max rest. Yeah, let's go with tax. Okay. And then establish a plantation. Where? Okay, I don't need to do that right now then. At least 40%. baffle refraction. Currently have... Okay. Shard allied with anyone? Esmerane. Yeah. Let's do this. Tier 10. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, can't deliberate them yet, so I don't care. Yeah, let it slide. Take that. Take that as well. It's gonna be good for getting corruption dealt with. That can come off. Yeah, that's good. Clearing our flank. That can come off as well. Okay, what if, should have enough favors with Corvaria to do that, though. Okay, I should really go for these provinces, though. Bloodfjell. Okay. Corvaria. Sina Raz. Always something to deal with. Yeah, that could be fun. We can do that later. For now, we are going to be good buddies with Corvaria. Nope, not that. Favors. First with 3 shires. End it, yep. I prepare for war. And then we need to declare war on them. On Corvaria. Crab's grateful for favor. No, do that right now. Colonel Cole. Yeah. It'd be really great if he could actually just siege some stuff over him. That's a bad idea, but we're gonna do it anyways. Do that. should have taken more score. Yeah, we're bad people in this playthrough. If you haven't noticed. Alright, I apologize for the pause. Okay, so could have gotten all of this if we had a single province on Patch to Blade Breaker. We can fail a lot. Get some what's it called? Admin points. Probably shouldn't have taken that tech, but sometimes I make bad choices in life. Alright. And we are going to focus admin, obviously. Damn it, the guy died. This guy's good enough. Corporate slavery pays off. Of course it does. Rosande. We'll make it pay off. Okay, and obviously we are going to be dealing with rebels for a very long time. But that land grab was just too tasty not to take. You know, look at all of what we got for, you know, basically no aggressive expansion, because we only took 2 provinces that are actually Coronite. Everything else... Oh, these guys actually converted to the Osram, whatever you want to call it, the singing religion. One of the singing religion. There's another one too. I assume these guys have left it. Alright, okay. Take that. Pay those off. Good. A resounding vineyard. Alright. Corvée. 500 ducats. I think we're eventually just going to need the 16,000 cavalry. No, we just can't afford him. Okay, good. Obviously, next on the chopping block is going to be Severed Ear. Pretty low. 670 development. At least one of the Coronites under the Reformation is far away from us, which is good. We're gonna have to be dealing with that. Because obviously we're not flipping back. defense, thank God. Corn tar is getting the tar beaten out of them. From where? These guys get centaurs from. They must have traveled to Vamra. Oh, I guess from Vamrahar. Vamrahar looks like it. Oh yeah, there's the centaur population right there. I think that's their game start, actually. Because there's some lore where I guess the centaurs are Skybot specifically, which that might actually be them. I think invaded. Might be wrong about that, but alright, we're good. Sure. Regrettable. Yeah. Just never have enough money to really make be worth it. Blade Breaker. Natives nervous fucking. I know the native nervous system. That's why I own them. Thank goodness. Alright. Can I get them into this war? So we're Tech 11. They have way more men than me. Yeah, take my manpower. I need a few more cavalry, 15,000 manpower. I'm not going to be able to go in before they convert over to Coronite. Oh, they convert the provinces over to Coronite. Next plus is the Emperor. Oh yeah, they got really big, by the way. Which is cool. income is at least 40. Okay, when does this go away? 14 more years. That's painful. I do have the cavalry fraction now. When do I need? 500. Okay. Such a horrible, awful, shitty place. Okay. Steward's Hold. What am I making the Steward's Hold? Slaves. What is a knight without blade and armor? Surely still a skilled fighter, but in the end little better than a combative peasant. Therefore, one of our most important duties is the steady supply of our growing numbers of knights with martial tools of their noble trade. Luckily for us, the hills of Ascon are teeming with sources of iron. It need only be extracted by our plentiful orcish labor. Equally fortuitously for us, there are some blacksmiths originating from Duran amongst our ranks who learned their trade at the famous Duram's Forge. With the proper resources, sufficient assistant labor in the form of orcish blacksmiths, and a steady supply of iron ore and charcoal, sourced from the wooded hills of our new home, they are confident we can build our own Crimson Forge, one that will soon be able to forge weapons and armors of comparable quality. And their first attempts seem to have confirmed their claim, producing sharp blades and sturdy suits of armor, tinted crimson black due to the peculiar ore found in these lands. Alright. Send the 2 cannons. Okay, I'll take that. And then we'll march back. And that is just some orc stone. Okay, yeah, they're mostly converted over anyways. There's no point in rushing. And we're already pretty intolerant. Price of progress. Sure, I can do that. 50 Diplo power. Sure, taking the green orcs. Are they still? Oh no, they're only semi-monsters now. It'll only be a few months until we can take that. There's a trader. I'll take that. Pay off the loans. Alright, we gotta take this. Silvermere wine. Back in our old homelands, the gently rolling hills all around the Bay of Wines are covered with innumerable vineyards, producing the finest vintages known to man. Though at first glance the hilly landscape of the southern Escan might not seem like wine country, it surely is capable of bearing a rich harvest of fine wines. Its fertile ground is protected from the north winds by the serpent spine, and enjoys the climate-stabilizing effects of the waters of Silvermere. By joining our vast experience in winemaking with the strength of our orcish servants, we shall endeavor to turn this vision into a flourishing reality. Soon our Silvermere wine will conquer the dinner tables of noble houses, as well as the counters of taverns all over Canor. Alright, I'll use the military as a workforce. What if I have to prepare for war, and then we go against Severdier? They might outnumber us, but let me just check my ledger. More enemies. Well, basically equal on morale, a little bit lower discipline. Better siege ability, pretty much the same tradition. Alright, bad fight. Crimson Deluge of the Usurper's Death. Official acknowledgement of Stellos' death. Glory to Kazrael, the Roth Prince. Also, I would kill Thornbar. ship. Let's go with... yeah, let's go with Casrael again. Praise be to Casrael, the Prince of Wrath. Yep. Should be able to outdo them in terms of outlast them, I guess. Also, I really wish that the event would have spawned in my lands and not some random place over there. In Gwed. Although it would be really funny if they actually managed to flip the Gwed over. Relatively small army, actually. So they have 0 manpower left, which is excellent. Assholes. I do like that this is kind of like a reverse green type scenario, where the evil ones in New York City get guys. Sieged. Guaranteed by goblins. That's pathetic. Alright, this needs a fort. Dreams of grandeur. Under 200 development. Alright. So I can go ahead and scrap that and begin this. Additionally, I'm going to go ahead and build a fort in the capital. Of it getting sieged down. Alright, so Atelier, improve relation. Grotesque, improve relation. Mages. Right, good. We need to improve our mages. Okay. This can go on the course with utility. Oh, why did they do that? I think everyone has everyone has a Casus Belli on me though. Because I'm like evil or something. So they say. Hit to prestige, fine, price of progress, corn painted in blood, enhancement of the clergy. Capitol building. And fourth minority created. Good, more slaves. Make some concessions. Okay. That's unfortunate. I preferred one of the other two trades. Is our ruler a woman? She is. Yeah, or you can suck it. Okay, so next we need this. I'm going to get Fuck me. Goddamn poor knights. Oh, of course it's gone. Why wouldn't it be? Isn't like I paid a bunch of money and took a bunch of aggressive expansion to get that. No, why was that? I'm not upset. Hey, recall. Call. Okay, so... This will make people hate me. This will cost me money. That can go off. At least I have this work down here, though. That'll be nice. No. Okay. So, do this. Do that. And then... Send gift. Send gift. This is probably going to be expensive. Send gift. Relation with a value of 100. That's definitely not 100. Relations. Through here, and then through here. Missing 250 ducats. Sure, we'll go further in debt. The benefits of an enslaved Orcish workforce have long been apparent to us, but unfortunately others have started to realize them as well. What was at first only a negligible trickle has turned into a rushing stream of slaves leaking our borders to be shipped down to the Allen and the Dostanek and across the sea to far-flung destinations. While of course their owners are perfectly free to do with their Orcish property as they see fit, this drain has reached such a volume by which the future prosperity of our realm might be endangered. We need to reach a gentleman's agreement with the slave traders so they do not abscond with more of our slaves than can be replaced naturally. Surely they will show sense and agree to our conditions, especially if the lavish feasts we have planned at our capital have put them in an agreeable mood. Throughout Rosande, Rose Lords have pitched in to host a grandiose ball with the aim of flaunting their wealth and success to representatives of neighboring countries. The guests of honor being representatives of Vertesque and Nathalier, it was these guests of honors who had to be courted to end this Orcish slave trade to Aelantir, to free up slaves to work in local vineyards. The night grew old and wine continued to flow freely. Wine merchants continued to cozy up to representatives espousing the economic benefits of shifting their trade from slaves to Rosada wine. Yet every time the Vertesque and Nathalier representatives had their wine topped up, their expressions grew more bitter. Eventually they refused to drink Rosanda wine altogether, complaining that the wine was suited only for peasants and servants. The wine merchants kept up the ruse of politeness, hoping to persuade the representatives another way. The organizer of the ball, however, claiming his honor had been sullied, challenged the representatives to a duel. Blow after blow, one broken nose after another, the representatives were beaten to a pulp until their once handsome faces were rendered unrecognizable. Perhaps the slave traders have come to develop the same taste of palate as the slaves they sell. Alright. Okay, we're gonna have to dissolve that alliance. Grombar is a husk of a nation that flipped a Coronite, which is very interesting. Urvixten is simultaneously expanded northwards while losing provinces to the south. Okay, that one, and then go to them and take out merchant guild loans. Alright. Alright, excellent. More years. Yeah, give them that. Okay, we're still focusing admin, which is good. Okay. These guys can come off. Dreams of Gronder. Stability of at least 2. And then what does this province need? A courthouse. Okay, fine. That's a progress. Would absolutely not like one. Troublesome. Alright. Take that. Take that. Take that. are some nations I could realistically ally with that would make a difference? Absolutely no one. I really don't like the Knights. Definitely taking attentive listening. Okay, sure, I'll ally with the Wood Elves. Does the rain feel like stopping now? Yes, no, maybe. Alright. For some reason that flipped over to Elven Forebear. Thank fucking God. Okay, upper nap. Full core. Altresian. Added in. Religious unity. Down. Okay, I can definitely do that. Monthly income of 40. Okay. Shit. How do I get up to 40? Wanted... Fourth mercenary company. That could be a decent alliance. Of course. Town is a rump state. Salamine is very small. Yeah, it's probably time. We can declare for turn market. So for provinces I want, it's just those that will make people upset with me. Zealous. Feature down all of my workland. Okay, let's do large cast iron cannon, boundary dispute, press the issue. How long are we at? Just an hour. Okay. Do that. Enraged Grudge Knights. Praise Kazriel. Good news. Yeah, fine. Emulation of Kazriel, the Subjugator. Yeah, we'll take 5% discipline. That seems to be great. Well, we don't even want your entire province, your entire nation. This way. We'll do that. Also, yeah, do that one. They really managed to siege down capital that quickly. That is depressing. being very annoying right now. Those two provinces. Yeah, it's better. Alright. I want to come here and want to make it a little bit cheaper. And now I need an alliance with Salafagar and Third Wow. Alright, and that is done converting. Lovely. No more Center of Coronite Reformation in my nation. Alright, and I think that is actually where I am going to leave this episode. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.